broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track.
Okay. And we thought it would be very appropriate to try to make our first Pinot Noir from grapes very close to our own Chardonnay vineyard.
Sure. Well, that makes all the sense in the world. So now, in production, how much of this did you make?
We made about 250 cases of this wine.
Now, those of you that are tuning in from other parts of the country and you don't understand, he says 250 cases, you look in your little wine fridge and you go, wow, that's a lot of wine. That's not a lot of wine. that is so tiny in the wine industry. I mean, that is boutique as you can get. And it doesn't take long to blow through that wine. So those of you that want boutique wines, John's got some magnificent wines here. So it's got a fabulous nose, real typical of the wine that I see from San Giacomo. I mean, that's a characteristic of the soil.
Well, it's distinctively cherry and
it sure is.
Strawberry rhubarb pie,
sure.
A little hint of vanilla.
And you age this in French oak?
French oak, but the toasting's quite unique. It's a longer, deeper toasting so that the wine isn't impacted from the oak dramatically, because this is a very sensitive grape, and we don't want to overpower it with the oak.
So again, you know, we're talking about toasting the barrel. When they construct the barrel, they build a fire and they lay that barrel right over the top of it, and then according to your specifications, if you order a light toast or medium or heavy, they'll leave that exposed to that flame until it toasts it to whatever you've ordered when you order the barrel, correct?
That's right. And there's also another part of barrel aging, and that's the actual aging of the wood. And wine barrel makers will start using wood anywhere from 18 months on up to 48 months, and longer if the wine master might specify it. But we want 30 months or longer with all our barrels.
In the actual aging of the
aging of the wood before it's actually toasted and cooped into a barrel, right?
Outstanding. Now, the other thing you folks have to understand about small production wines, John pays a premium when he buys those barrels. He's not like KJ buying 200,000 barrels at a time. So those babies get pretty darn expensive, and it really adds into the cost and the bottom line on the wine. I mean, because you can't. It's not like you can skimp. It's not like you can say, well, we'll put a little American with that and have the same wine. It's just not going to be the same wine.
Well, and what a lot of people don't realize is that a barrel doesn't last long. About 80% of its useful life is over after its first year of aging with the wine. So you have to keep buying new barrels for each new vintage in order to make a balanced wine.
Yeah, well, this is clearly balanced. How long did you age it in the final barrel?
Well, Pinot Noir is one of the least aged, least time spent in barrel, and we do about 18 months with our Pinot Noir.
Okay, and then hand punch down?